I've got some stories, but a story that's floating around in my mind today that I'd like to share. It involves going to court, and they have no record of you supposed to be showing for court, and then you just get to leave wondering what the hell happened. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the events that led up to the whole situation. There's quite a few different events. So I'll go back to, I've talked about gang stalkers that live out in the country here, and over the years I've done several different setups and stuff on me. And this one in particular has to do with the same fellow that likes to drive other neighbors off the road, mirror tag them, the mechanic guy that seems to know how to, pretty much make it look like his vehicle is in distress when really it's not, and, just play around with constant neighbors around here, different stories that I've heard from some of the good people that are around here. Anyways, okay, so it leans into this character. Same guy that came into my yard with the guy with the eye patch and puts the frog down my shirt, tries to walk in the house. Same character. Same character that also didn't get DUI charges and eventually have to go to jail until after he busted the window of my truck, and neighbors came and told me that situation. And you just run into them at the local store and stuff, howdy doody neighbors and stuff. Well, okay, so I'm just trying to think of how to go back into this story. Brain's kind of fogging out today and going on pause a lot. A little run down, congested and stuff too. So thinking process is slow. But okay, so this story with this character. Okay, so it goes back to one night at about 3:30 in the morning, it was summer, around August, maybe even before that. I don't remember if it was before the toad situation that he put down my shirt or after or what, because this person will just randomly go cruising by and then rip into my yard and sometimes just leave, sometimes stay, whatever. But this particular time I'll go back to was around 3:30 in the morning, and I had the outside light on. Often I will leave it on, just the one that's on the house. But so I couldn't sleep. It was a hot night, so I decided, I'm going to go outside and just get some fresh nighttime air. As I did, this vehicle was going back and forth, so I was kind of leery, and I thought, oh great, what's this now? So I came around the side of the house and went through the other door so that the person driving by may not notice that I had opened a door. But that didn't work, because the guy still shows up in my yard, starts yelling out, "Hey, Shar!" And I thought, oh, the fucker knows that I'm up and I'm around, and he's the kind that will just, come on in. And I thought, I'm here by myself at the moment, and I can't let this human know this. My son was at my folks' hanging out and stuff for a few days and all this stuff, and so I was here by myself and had to think quickly. So went outside and I said, you can't be here. My son is sleeping. And I said, my boyfriend, which there was nobody here. I didn't have a boyfriend, but and my boyfriend has to get up for work in the morning. Oh, what are you doing up then? Oh, I just can't sleep. It's hot, I work at nights, and he already knew this about me, so it wasn't anything I was giving him that he didn't already know. I work at nights, getting some artwork done, and it's too hot to work tonight, and shit like this. Well, maybe, is it okay if I have a cigarette with you? I'm like, it's 3:30 in the morning, and you've been drinking, you have to just go. I says, maybe that's not a good idea, because you've been drinking. I says, you should get into your vehicle and just go up the road and go visit the people up the road, because I know he knows them up the road. and maybe hang out there and crash on her couch or something. On and on, right? So I couldn't get rid of this individual out of my yard very easily. And so I started being like, okay, you're being too loud. You're going to wake up my boyfriend. My kid's going to get up and it's going to be like not cool. I says, you can't really be here. I says, he's the jealous type, and shit like this. I'm trying to get rid of him. So I'm just bullshitting through my freaked out fucking teeth. Um, so eventually he's like, okay, yeah, I'll go. And I says, okay, I'm going in. I'm shutting out the lights and I'm going to bed. What that gave me a chance to do was just kind of keep my eye out the window, spying on this bastard to see if he would leave, but he wouldn't know that I was at the window the way I was spying, so it would all be good. But he wouldn't leave. Then all of a sudden I hear the engine. He was driving a red truck, fires it up, takes off, goes back, like, down the road, and then I can hear him coming back. Oh no, what now? Did he forget his lighter on the ground? Or, like, fuck off! And then he came back, and he's yelling out, my vehicle, there's something wrong with it or something. But meanwhile, I had this picnic table upwards instead of down because one of the legs was broken, so I just put it upwards. And, whatever, it was upwards. And he smashes into it. And it kind of tipped down a bit. I thought, you fucking asshole, goof, And I thought, I don't want to go back out there, and let him know. I'm going to just make him think that, that's it. And maybe he'll go away, I'm thinking. And so, no, he shuts his vehicle out. All of a sudden, the hood, he has it up and he's pretending, I think it's pretending to fuck around with the vehicle. And he's looking for tools and jacking around because he's known to do this. And there's nothing wrong with the vehicle, but because he's a mechanic, he can just pull out one little wire and say, I don't know, I have to figure this out. All for the money, too, for the show with this clown. And so I'm going, oh, geez, now he's going to pretend to fix something, and so, okay, fine. Now it's like 3:30, 4:30. It's getting later. It's going to be light out. And then he's just sitting in his truck with his tunes blaring, with the hood open, but I can hear tunes blaring. And, I'm getting tired. And then next thing, vroom, he has it fired up. But a couple hours has gone by because now it's almost like 5:30 in the morning. And so, okay, woohoo, he took off and I didn't see from him again. But, the next part to this happens to jump up to within a week, or I don't remember for sure. I think it was longer because that was about August. And then my son went back to school in September. And it was sometime in September, like September, first 3 weeks that they went back, or first month or something like this. So, September maybe going into October at the most. And my son, he was taking band, and they wanted the band people to go play in this nearby town. Not the one I usually go to, but one that's maybe, I think, like a 45-minute drive to an hour from where I am at the most, to get there. And so, okay, off we go to this band thing. But we took my best friend and my son's father. He wanted to come, and so did my best friend. So all three of us and my son, we went to his band night, which is kind of weird too, because the part with him, my boy wanting to play in band, they switched over the instruments that he originally had an interest in, and they really pissed around with all that. So eventually my son did lose interest in taking band, but he just self-schools himself now and plays his guitars and listens to family members to learn what he wanted to learn originally. But okay, anyways, just little quirks along the way. Okay, so all three of us adults and my son, this is a few years back, mind you, like, I can't remember the year at the moment, but anyway, so off we go. We're in this small town, we're at this school place where they're doing their band stuff, right? And all the parents got their video cameras and they're doing their thing and recording stuff and whatever, and it was just to watch your kids learn the instruments and show us what they know, right? So all good, everything. And so the thing ends and we're like, okay, let's get out of here. It's been a couple hours. It's going to be dark out soon. Gotta travel. I gotta take people back because I went and picked them up from the city, and then I was planning on taking them back home that same night and then getting home myself. So it was going to be a long night. Like, we're probably not going to be home until 1, 2 in the morning by the time everything's all done, So let's get a go on this show here, and get everybody back home and get home ourselves and, But that's not how she played out. No. Because we got those organized gang stalking policemen. They got to get involved first, though, Yeah. Oh, and there's another part to this, too. A few days before this band thing, my friend that I've talked about, that has multiple personality disorder and such, they did that interview with me and everything. All the people around the table talking with me on the phone about how I happen to put changes in this person by giving them homeopathic remedies and shit. So the science people had a curiosity, and the parole officers, the cops, everything, all sitting around the table, and I did that interview prior to this. And the point here is that this individual, in and out of the psychiatric center pretty much their whole life since childhood, was released again from the psychiatric center. So then the band thing happens. That guy in the yard, the band thing happens. That guy in the yard, I think, was while the person was in the psychiatric center. But so now we're moving along into the band night, but I had to tell that part because it all kind of fits into the puzzle here. Thinking. Okay, so we go to leave. Got to get a show on the go here. Everybody got to get home and stuff. Gonna be a long night, all that kind of deal. And behind me. Okay, well, and I'm already left the town, going on the highway to Saskatoon to take everybody back. Well, I pull over. Comes up this big burly demon-like bastard of a cop. Just fucking demon looking at you, you can tell, oh, great, we got a corrupt one tonight. And, gets all the registration, whatever they need, yeah, we're coming from band, blah, blah, blah. He ignores my best friend, picks on my kid and his dad. Got your seatbelts on, boys! Like that. Yeah, they had their seatbelts fucking on, everything like this. So anyways, okay, you're free to go, lets me go. Driving along, what the fuck now, getting pulled over twice, within a minute of just being pulled over. So you're thinking, what now? Cop gets all disgruntled with me with his demonized attitude and shit. I get kind of disgruntled back with, I tried to hold my cool. Come on now. But, okay, so demonized cop, big burly bastard looking down at you. And, just total demonized. This guy, you could tell, total corruption. Maybe not even of this world kind of entity. You're just not too sure about what in the hell demon is this. But it ends up, well, you haven't had this truck registered in the past 5 years. I looked at him like, he's fucking stoned or something, I'm thinking, but I'm going, yeah, it's registered. Then he gets out of me that every month at a certain time, the payment for my vehicle just automatically comes out of my account. Well, that's not what this says here, and he's going on and on. So I'm thinking, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Like, kind of panicked, thinking, it just made no sense. So, and he comes back, as he went to his car, and then he comes back, and he's all, well, you got two options here. You can pull her on down into that ditch over there, or you can pay right now. Cost for you would be $500 right here, right now. I'm going, well, how's that possible? I don't got $500 cash sitting in my back pocket, It's, like, what's he talking about? And he's going on about, you can pay to update your, whatever, my license, right? That, or not my license, but my plates, my insurance for the truck to drive it. He says it hasn't been registered in 5 years. I'm thinking, okay, this is fucking crazy. This is a setup. Something's going down, because I know it's bullshit. And, well, of course, I'm not going to pay no $500 to some bullshit thing that he says he has in the car that you can swipe your card and all this shit. I'm thinking, whew. So I pull down into the ditch. Yeah, you can call yourself a tow truck, whatever you gotta do. But I'll be on this highway all night, he's all. And if you try and get up out of that ditch and just go, he's like that. And he's carrying on like a demon. So I'm going, okay. I pull over into the ditch. I got everybody going, ooh, and stuff. And, staying calm, but we're all kind of, ooh. And thinking, because the biggest thing to this night, tornado warning. So the son of a bitch demon pulls me over during a tornado warning. That was the biggest thing too. I gotta get everybody home. Tornado warning's coming. Yada, yada, yada. I forgot about this part, but that's actually quite important, because when fucking pig pulls you over and pulls you on down, get in the ditch, bitch. Okay. Yeah, tornado coming our way. Yay. And you're gonna be on the highway all fucking night, eh, you piece of shit. Well, so I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to use my ESP and my energy will know when this son of a bitch is out of here. I think it was about 45 minutes gone by. And I was starting to get this, like, he's gone, he's out of here. He thinks I'm just going to stay there. Yada, yada. I give it another few minutes. All of a sudden I'm up. And there's a fairly steep ditch, and I'm up and out of this fucking ditch. Everybody's going, oh, what are you doing, Char? You can't do that. Shut the fuck up. We're out of here, okay? I fucking take up out of the fucking ditch. Took the first fucking grid road, like the first road that, you can get off the frickin' highway and down some grid roads immediately. Well, then I'm like, I don't know where the hell I am, because, like, I'm an hour away from my house, like, off to a town that I never have business with. So I'm like, oh shit, trying to and tornadoes fucking warning, and it's now dark out, and we're going up and down, and I'm thinking, I followed my senses. I ended up in the town just outside of Delisle, going the other way, like from where I was. I was saying I'm supposed to be here, but now I'm way the hell over on this white zone or something. But all I have to do is loop around, and I'm home. So it was kind of like a Twilight Zone deal with that. But once I knew where the hell I was, we had, rain coming down where the windshield wipers are going to town. Wee-oo, wee-oo, wee-oo. Can't see shit. Lightning in the sky. Boom! The warning of the tornado. Everything's blowing. You can feel the truck shaking from the wind. I says, you guys ain't going home tonight. I'm taking you out to my place, and we're all going to camp out there, and, like, whatever. I'm going to figure this shit out. Everybody's like, yeah, whatever, let's do this. Yeah, because, like, they're kind of freaked out too. So we all ended up coming back here after a night of fucking horror. And so I took everybody home the next day and everything, but what I had to sort out was, what the hell is this cop? So he gives me these papers so that I can go to court. over not having my vehicle registered. Well, I know my vehicle is registered, so the next day I phoned SGI, the people, the insurance, talked to them, figured it all out, went back down. I think my brother came or something and took me into town so that I could it was the plates. So going back to the guy that was in my yard at 3:30 in the morning, 4:30, 5:30, he's the son of a bitch who snuck around the fucking yard, went into my garage, because I keep some old plates in the garage, right? You don't need them, or you don't have that vehicle anymore or something. And some people just keep old plates. Well, they were in a drawer in the garage, tucked away. So I had plates that were tucked away in the garage that were used 5-10 years ago, whatever, 5 years. I guess the cop said it hasn't been registered in 5 years. So those plates were put onto my vehicle magically. But prior to that, SGI had a record of me having the plate that it should have been and that was registered on there. So what I did is I just said, okay, to hell with it. Give me a whole new plate and let's just start from fresh, right? Yeah. They give me a plate that's like, a 1-800 number. It's like 800. JHI. Yeah. Joint smoker, high. Yeah. Very, very fucking like, oh, isn't that a nice plate of them? 1-800 JHI kind of deal. Yeah. I get a kick out of that anyways. I don't give a shit if I'm leaving out my plates out there. It's all a big show. And whatever. So, okay. That's how that part ended. But, so the day comes where I'm supposed to go to court with these papers. Off to court we go. Hi-ho, hi-ho. I'm sitting there and waiting for, because they go in alphabetical order, I thought, of the person's name for things like this. My name's not getting called. My name's not getting called. Everybody's out of there. I'm sitting there like, looking around like there's nobody. And they're looking at me, the judge and prosecutor and whatever. Why are you here, ma'am? I says, well, because I've been called to come to court today. Are you sure you got the right room? Yeah. So I pull out my paperwork that I have on this. And they're all like looking at it. They take it from me and they're, I don't know, they run to the back. They do a little show. Come back. Nothing. And they said, we have no record of this at all, ma'am. Blah, 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 blah. And so the weird part after this is the prosecutor takes me into this little cubicle room because he wants to talk to me before they just let me go. And it says something along the lines of, you better get yourself some video cameras then going on, because I told them what had happened. My plate had been obviously switched and like yada yada, and they were leaving it like they were confused. Yet to me, I'm going, oh yeah, all for the money, two for the show. And at this time I was still totally trying to figure out what the hell is going on. This has something to do with like the weirdness, which I didn't know was gang stalking. I didn't know that phrase at this time that this story was happening. To me it was like, I don't know, man, like they're just at it again. Because to me, these kinds of things have happened my whole life, on and on and on. So once I learned a few key phrases like gang stalking, organized community stalking, targeted individual, then it started to really flood in as like ding, 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 ding. And I started to write down a lot of my stuff or talk about it with, my best friend understands what the hell is going on too. Her and I have learned and grown a lot over the past how many years together about this kind of shit. But yeah, so there's, there it is. I think, I don't know if I'm leaving something out. I'm just going to push pause and come back in a moment here. Yeah, so I think I'll just leave this story here. I may be missing some parts and bits, but I hope I explained that as best as I could here. How it combined and snowballed and created a story in the end that all ties together. Yeah, okay. Well, take care and thanks for listening all.